Now imagine your favorite NBA player placing your favorite anime. Based on their personality, journey, and even overall skill, who would you find yourself comparing them to? With Naruto being an anime that literally highlights many character stories, naturally, many players in the NBA has had similar upbringings and personalities with characters in the show. So being an NBA and anime fan, I found it hard to not compare NBA players to characters in Naruto based off their journey, personality, and skill. But before I start this video, these videos do take time to make, so if you like videos like these, please support this channel by liking and subscribing. But without further ado, Derrick Rose is one of the most explosive players in NBA history. Due to this, he was able to dominate on the court at such a young age. With him being so young and having so much success on the court, he was able to be the youngest player ever to win an MVP award at only 22. Derrick Rose was a young prodigy who could have dominated the league for many more years, but sadly, his dominance was cut short due to a devastating knee injury. This ended up affecting his athleticism and overall productivity on the court. Due to this injury, Derrick Rose's potential of becoming an all-time great player was sadly killed. D-Rose is a player who we also see not really show much emotion at all. He's a nonchalant character who really only gets activated in games. So with that being said, the perfect Naruto comparison for D-Rose would be none other than Neji and also Minato. Like D-Rose, Neji was viewed as a prodigy among his peers in the Hidden Leaf Village. Much like how D-Rose was the youngest player to win MVP, putting him ahead of his peers in his draft class, Neji was the first one in his class to be promoted to a Jonin rank. But the main thing that makes this comparison work so well is that both Neji and D-Rose's careers were both cut short. As fans, we never got to see both of these guys reach their full potential, and still to this day, remain one of the biggest what-if stories. Another reason why this comparison works so well is due to their personality. They both can be seen as laid-back characters who don't really care much about what's going on if it's not battle. Now D-Rose could also be compared to characters like Minato, with Minato becoming the youngest Hokage at 22, the same age D-Rose became MVP, and then also possessing lightning quick speed, is only a few reasons why this comparison works so well. Not only that, but both their careers were also cut short due to unfortunate incidents. So in terms of storyline, D-Rose and Minato could also perfectly be compared. When it comes to effortlessly being good at basketball, no other player could be elite while looking like they don't care better than Jokic. With him being probably one of the least passionate MVPs of all time, no one could deny that Jokic is a top player when it's all said and done. Part of the reason why it looks like he generally doesn't care while he's playing is due to the fact that fans really don't know if he cares about playing or not. With Jokic being from Serbia and a huge stand of forces, basketball to him just seems like $1 million side job. He's a player that could look like he's giving bare minimum effort, but still come out with an insane stat line and a dub at the end of the game. With someone who clearly doesn't care as much about ball as other stars, in terms of his IQ, he ranks up there with some of the best in the league. So with all that being said, the perfect Naruto comparison for Nikola Jokic will be none other than Shikamaru. Now this comparison works purely because of both these guys' personality. With Shikamaru clearly letting everyone know that he hates putting in a lot of effort, clearly fits the attitude we see Jokic display. But despite them looking like they simply don't care, they still managed to become the strongest in their profession. Skill-wise, Shikamaru and Jokic are both guys who in battle find a way to involve everyone, which is ultimately why they work well with their teams and come out on top in missions/games. Their IQ ranks at the top of their profession due to their ability to make decisions on the fly. With Shikamaru not wanting to do anything other than chill and play shogi, can be compared to Jokic not wanting to do anything but play with his horses. When it comes to having elite basketball IQ, look no further than Chris Paul. With him being a small guard in the NBA and still being able to be productive for this long, it's no question that Chris Paul ranks at the top in terms of basketball IQ in the NBA. With him not only possessing so much knowledge about the game, but also possessing insane amounts of crafty skills, CP3, even though he hasn't been able to get a chip yet, has led many teams far into playoffs. His ability to not only lead his team, but also find an effective game plan to involve everyone while doing so is only a testament to how good of a player and leader he is. But despite Chris Paul's skills, he's one of the most notable NBA players due to some fans and players thinking he's two-faced. CP3 has been said to be a selfish player and a terrible teammate off the court, which if true is completely different than how he plays on the court. Now the reason why fans don't like him has to do with his IQ. With him knowing the rulebook of the NBA so well, he's one of the players that exploit it to his advantage. Not only that, but many fans view Chris Paul as a dirty player who tries to act innocent. Whether this is true or not, there's still no denying how effective CP3 is on teams. So with that being said, if I were to give Chris Paul a Naruto comparison, it'd be none other than Kabuto. Now in terms of being what people would call a two-faced character, no other character other than Kabuto fits the title perfectly. With him pulling every illegal jutsu out his arsenal in order to win, can only be compared to CP3 finding ways to exploit the rules in the NBA. Not only that, but Chris Paul can be seen as a player who does dirty things to get his way as well. Both these guys drive purely off their IQ. With not being the fastest or most skilled, they're both able to hang with guys far more talented than them due to their brains. With Kabuto's ability to devise plans that involve other characters so flawlessly could be compared to the role CP3 plays as a floor general. Despite beating all the odds and proving themselves, they both get major hate from fans due to how they go about things. Many people view Allen Iverson to be the most influential player of all time, with so many players after him taking direct influence not only from his game, but his fashion on and off the court. It's pretty easy to tell that to this day, AI has one of the biggest cultural impacts in the NBA, but that was only possible due to him being able to do his own thing while still performing at an elite level. AI possessed undeniable skills that people couldn't deny whether they liked him or not. With his lightning quick speed, his agility, and battle IQ, AI in many people's opinions is in the Mount Rushmore for shooting guards in the NBA, and he's proven this by winning the 0-1 Sixers to a championship appearance. Despite all the things he's done for the game, he was still scrutinized due to him not fitting into the category of what a stereotypical NBA player was supposed to be. He had a different swag than everyone, and he wasn't going to shut it off for anyone. With him being the first NBA player to wear street attire and also one of the few NBA players at that time who actually took rapping serious, the only character in Naruto I believe that fits AI perfectly is none other than Killer B. Now Killer B and Iverson, besides their ability to rap, have a lot in common. For starters, both of them have their own style that no one else has. They're both characters who remain true to themselves despite all the scrutiny. Due to Killer B being a Jinchuriki, he was always looked down upon by his village, but despite the hate, he was still able to prevail and be known as one of the strongest ninjas in Naruto. This could be compared to the hate AI received from the media since he was in high school. Skill-wise, they both can be seen as a one-man army. Killer B's ability to dominate without a team reminds me of how AI had to carry the Sixers for majority of his prime. Both these guys are also renowned for their speed and IQ while in battle. Dwayne Wade is regarded as one of the best shooting guards of all time. While he was in the NBA, he was known as one of the most captivating players to watch due to his raw athleticism. He was both offensively and defensively skilled due to his physical attributes such as his strength, explosiveness, and most importantly, his speed. Due to his ability to quickly get past his defender, he earned himself the nickname The Flash. His speed was one of the main things that made him dominant due to how quickly he was able to get to the rim. This was one of the reasons why he was able to win his first ring at only 24. With him being young and fast, not many teams could devise a plan to stop him, which naturally made him feared across the NBA. Defensively, D-Wade was known as one of the best on-ball defenders, with finding ways to counter his opponent's offensive movements and also being able to dominate due to his speed. The only character in my opinion that fits D-Wade perfectly is none other than Minato. Now in terms of pure skill, Minato and D-Wade have a lot in common. To state the obvious, both of these guys were known to have utilized their speed in battle, which led them to dominate their opponents due to not only their quick feet, but also their quick thinking. With them dominating their opponents with their speed, they both earned the same nickname, The Flash. Now another reason why this comparison works is Minato's ability to seal off his opponents kind of reminds me of D-Wade's ability to completely shut off his ops on defense. They're both also characters who at a young age was able to successfully lead their village/team to success. If you like these type of videos, do me a favor and like and subscribe. If you have any other comparisons of your own, feel free to comment them down below. Follow my TikTok and IG for more anime basketball content. Thank y'all for watching.